Hello again, hackers. This week, we are going to work on peer reviewing and revising your blogs so that you can turn them in by Saturday at midnight. Peer reviewing is something we did in the last unit, but I want to talk a little bit about how it's might be a little bit different for different genres. Now, it's true that novelists and story writers get feedback from people whom they trust to revise their creative works before they publish them. But peer review takes on, I think, a more fundamental role when it comes to reports and scholarship. For a lot of publications, peer review is integral to the credibility of those reports. So a lot of places where you would publish reports, for instance, the First Monday Journal that we read some of our essays from to decode the informational report genre, right? They have a requirement that the essays pass through what is called peer review, and that means that people in the field who are experts will give feedback and ultimately determine whether that report or piece of scholarship is published. And this is very important because it ensures that the reports are accurate and that the analysis of that data that's gathered is strong. And it really helps make sure that the scholarship or the reports are rigorous, and that the analysis of the raw data makes sense. So peer reviewing is important for writing a narrative, but it is very important for reporting or informing based on hopefully accurate information. So our peer review this week, by Wednesday, you will answer the questions for the 4 people below you on the list in the learning module, just like we've been doing all along. Now, a couple of notes on the questions that I want to mention. The hacking tools mentioned in the question, I want you guys to remember that these are different hacking tools, right? Different genre, different hacking tools. So don't refer back to the narrative hacking tools. Make sure you're referring to the informational report hacking tools. And you can look back on my previous videos to see what those are. I mentioned MLA citation, and Chapter 36 in the online free OER book that we're using does go over MLA, but it goes in some pretty big detail. You don't have to worry too much about all that detail. You can look at my sample blog that I'll have up to kind of show you how you should cite the information. It's important to cite accurately, but also to put quotes around words that are not yours so we know, and to be clear on who is saying those words, or typing, as it were. So take a look at the sample report blog. Make sure you have quotes around the parts you quote, but that above anything else, you're giving credit where credit is due. It's only going to make your report more credible if we know where that data comes from. So I hope that everyone gets great feedback and is able to provide great feedback on these informational report blogs, and that you'll be able to incorporate that feedback so that you can turn in your final draft by Saturday. All right, well, I hope everyone has a good week peer reviewing and revising, and I hope you guys are able to keep calm and ride on.